Hello, 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 and welcome to today's stream where we're continuing on flying with the MD-11 in X-Plane 12. Just because I enjoy flying it so much, I'm going to fly it one more time for today's stream. This is going to be the last MD-11 stream in a row. We're going to switch on to it, something else. Probably we're going to go back to Microsoft Flight Sim after this stream. I'm considering buying the Phoenix A320 series. Let's see if that ends up happening. Or I will go back to the A380, which I've forgotten just how good it is. And had a little bit of spin with it today. So I might go back to the A380 in 2020 today. So yeah, lots of options, but we'll be switching it up after today's stream. But for today, we are flying the MD-11F in Asia, cargo operations, using EVA Air. So yeah, looking forward to that. Let's see how it goes. Okay, just making sure I have everything up and running here, which I apparently do. Yeah, that's good. That is good. Where am I right now? Okay, great. All right. Welcome to today's stream. Let me there we go. Hello and welcome to today's flight where, as I mentioned, we'll be flying the MD-11F from Taiwan to Xiamen. I have no idea how to pronounce that. It is spelled Xiamen. We shall go with Xiamen, but it's in China. That's all I know. So we're going from we're going from Taiwan. That is, what's the name again? Let me get that name up there. We're flying from Taoyuan. Oh my god, I'm butchering these names. Taoyuan. Okay, so that's in Taiwan, I think. Yeah, it's in Taipei. Yeah. So yeah, Taipei. So we're flying from Taoyuan in Taipei to Xiamen in China. Okay. So that's what we're doing today. The codes for today, as you can tell from the top, you can read that off right there. So that's going to be our flight today. And we're using the MD-11 cargo variant, which I am very fond of flying here in X-Plane 12. Looks absolutely gorgeous. As usual, this is the EVA Air livery that we're using today, Boeing MD-11 freighter. Looking gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. A bunch of cargo planes to our left and to our right as well. But yeah, looking really good. All right. Fantastic. That being the case, just quickly have a look at if anyone's popped up in the chats, which apparently no one has. All right. Yep, no one has popped up in the chat yet at the moment. So without further delay, let's go ahead and get on out of here. This is Taipei that we are at the moment. So we can get on out of Taipei and head on over to Xiamen in China. Okay, great. Taoyuan. Okay, fantastic. That being said, let's go ahead and get on out of here. Just making sure that all the audio is coming out properly. I think it's coming out properly. Yes, it is. It should be. That being said, time to jump into the cockpit. Yeah. Okay, let's first begin by taking a look at what we have in terms of weight and balance for today. We're going to take a look at that via our sim brief. So we'll take a look at that in just a bit. Okay. First things first, let's power up this right here, synchronize barometric setting, reduce the IRS align time and all of that. Weight and balance. Let's see, what are we doing with weight and balance today? You know what? Let me request a ground power unit. Let's open up the cockpit door, open up that. We'll do that for the time being. Let's go to weight and balance. Our total payload for today is... Oh no, is this in kg? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna have to change it to pounds. Give me a second. We'll change up the weights here into pounds. And yeah, then we'll see. Then we shall see. Just converting the weights here. Okay. Perfect, that should do it. There we go. Excellent. So, total payload for today is going to be 170, 175, 90. Okay? And our block fuel is going to be a total of 57,177. Oh my God, that is a lot of fuel there. Ballast tank, we're not doing any. Trip fuel for today is going to be, let me have a look at that. Trip fuel is going to be 14,564. 14,564. That's all we need for our trip today. So we're gonna put that in there. Okay, we'll apply, I want the Mac at 9, okay? That gives me a more comfortable takeoff, as a matter of fact. So, come on, put it at 9. Okay, 9.1 is good enough. We'll apply the load. Okay, there we go. That is much better. That should be good. That should be good. Okay, once that is done, we can go ahead and start up our aircraft a little bit, energize it, and then we shall request some services here. And yeah, fairly straightforward from there. Fantastic. Great. There's nobody in the chats today. That's a shame, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and go overhead here. Batteries to on, please. There we go. Nav, come there. We can put our seatbelt signs on. Can do our emergency lights to armed there. We can put that, not yet. External power.
Autopilot.
There we go, a bunch of that. Cargo fire test is completed when we do the nav, I believe. Nav lights are off. We'll leave them on. Logo lights, beacon, that off, that's fine. Let's turn these on. We'll leave them on today. What else? Defog, we'll turn this on in a bit. Let's go do some tests for the sake of it. That's fine. I'm not really gonna go through the entire test.
Engine 1, fire.
That's fine.
Engine 2, fire.
And engine 3 fire. Yes, I know. I ended it prematurely there. That's okay. I'm not really a big fan of doing the tests. Okay, let's...
Overspeed. Overspeed.
That's fine. Let's take a look at it again just to...
Overspeed.
Yep, that's fine. That is fine. That is fine. Come back up here on top. What else we got? That's armed. So yeah, that's pretty much it up here. We don't need to do much else right away. We don't. Okay, that's fantastic. Great. Right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into our tablet again, and we're gonna get these two to come about so we can go ahead and have a look at that happening. While we look at that, let's take a look at, you know what, let's just have a good view of that happening at the moment. While that's happening, we can go ahead and take a look at our route, huh? Why not? So our route today, if I pull up little nav map there, it's really small there. I'm sorry about that. It's just, yeah, today we are actually running on 2K. That's the reason why. I'm actually playing X-Plane on 2K as well. But it shouldn't affect the stream quality. It's limited to 2K anyway. So anyway, here we are with our little nav map. And at the moment, we're here in Taipei. Taipei Taoyuan International. That's where we are. I am enunciating the pronunciations. I don't think that's how you say them, but we'll go with it for now. So we're parked here at the cargo rams, and we're supposed to take off from runway 23 left today. So it means we're going to have to perform a little taxi and find ourselves there, which shouldn't be too difficult. And from there, we're just going to cross the... what are we crossing? This is the China Sea, right? Is this the South China Sea, or... This is the East China Sea. There's the South China Sea. Well, we're right in between those two, so I don't know what they call this particular stretch of land between Taiwan and China here, mainland China. But we're going to fly into Xiamen, or Zhangzhou. I think Xiamen, yeah. Xiamen City right here. And we're going to fly into Xiamen Gaochi. I think it's Gaochi International. Let me check that. Let me confirm that. Is it Gaochi? It might be Gaochi, yeah. So it might be Xiamen Gaochi International Airport is where we're going to land into. Runway 23 for landing there as well. All right, so the runways are parallel today. Our takeoff and landing runways are parallel. So a little bit of a funny flight plan. We got to go like this and then come down like this and then go back up like this and then turn back around in for the landing. So a little bit of a funny flight here for such a short hop across the China Sea there. But anyway, there's our flight plan for today. That's what our route looks like. And just like that, our cargo services have closed up there. We can go back to the tablet and close that up. We can, well, we can't dismiss that. Refueling is still going on. Let's have a look at that. Refueling is still going on apparently. Oh, there it is. There's a refuel truck. Has it finished, or is it on its way to refuel us? I have no idea. But yes. Mr. Mayor Fuel Services is coming up. I don't know if it's done, or yeah, it's actually done. We missed it. Anyway, it's not too much of an issue. We can remove that for the time being. Given all of this, we are ready to go ahead and start up our APU and get rid of the ground power and get ourselves going here, which shouldn't be too difficult. So let's go ahead and start the APU there. We don't need to do anything else here. We can go to our FMC. Go to our flight plan initialization as the APU boots up. We can type this in RCTP /ZSAM. Okay, our alternate for today is, I forgot what the alternate is called. Our alternate is, it says ZSNJ. No, that's not correct. Hold on, let me refetch the plan from SimBrief. Huh? Doesn't make any sense. There we go. It's ZSHC. Okay, that is our alternate for today. So our alternate is ZSHC. So let's put that in. Where is it? SHC. Okay, that's our alternate right there. Cruising level for today is going to be 34,000. Okay, flight number is going to be, for us, we're just going to go with our usual FDNX. And cost index for today is very high. And initialize that, and there we go. There we go. We got all of that done. Return to flight plan. There we go. Let's go over ahead here. We got APU power available. We can connect that up. We can disconnect that. We can connect APU bleed for us. If we can go down here, we can dismiss that. We can also dismiss our chocks right there. Our parking brakes are engaged. We should be okay. All right. So all of that is done. We're on APU power now, and our packs are running as well. Very, very good. IRS alignment and all that good stuff is completed. Beautiful. Okay, moving on here. Let us try and set up our FMC. Okay, so let's do that. Let us go to our flight plan for today. RCTP, what is our departure out of here? So we're using runway 23 left. We know that. What is our departure? Our departure today is Chal 1B. Chal 1 Bravo. Okay, that's fine. Runway 23 left, obviously. Nothing else here, so we can insert that. If we go down to ZSAM, which is Xiamen, let's go to our arrival for today, and that is going to be Tebi 1, something like that. Come on. Teb 81A. Okay, so Teb 81 Alpha, and we're gonna do that into runway 23, and we're gonna use the ILS. Obviously, we'll use ILS Y23 right here. We're gonna insert that, and if we go through our flight plan now, we got a discontinuity there. Let's just, oh god, go back to flight plan, please. Let's just clear that. We go, and we got another one of those. We clear that, and that's pretty much it. There you go. That's done. Perfect. Flight plan complete. Let's move on to takeoff and approach. As a matter of fact, let's move on to performance first. Econ climb. We are climbing at that. That's fine with me. Let's see. That is fine with me. Top of descent is when again? Top of descent is 164 nautical miles. Not far at all. Not far at all, huh? Takeoff approach. Let's go. Flex temperature for today. We need to set all of this stuff in here, don't we? Okay. So let me pick that up from SimBrief here. Let's see what's going on. Just doing that. Just populate from our latest flight here. Let's calculate. Okay, flex temperature today is 60. We're going to use that today, by the way. Then we can also do that somewhere here. We can also do that at thrust limits. We can also set flex temperature here as well. That's just something I wanna mention there. But anyway, 60 degrees here for our flex temperature. And what else? We've got, what is our slope and our wind? We've got 0.09 up as our gradient. So up 0.09 as our gradient there. And we've got a headwind component today. Yes, a headwind component of, good lord, a headwind component of 11 knots. Yeah, we have a headwind component of 11 knots, which is plenty of headwind, by the way. Up, it says 0.1. Okay, that's fine. And there you go. Flap setting for today, we're using flaps 15. I would rather use flaps 20. So let me go with flaps 20. Okay. Stabilizer 6. Outside air temperature for today is, what is the temperature today? It's 31 degrees Celsius out here. So warm day. And we've got our V speeds at 141, 154, 161. They're significantly lower than the SimBrief suggested, but I'm gonna go with them for the time being. All right, so we're gonna go with those V speeds right there, and our flap is supposed to be at 20. So we can come here and set that flap dial to 20, because I want to take off with flaps 20 today. So there you go. Okay, there we go. Perfect. That's done. That's done, ladies and gentlemen. With that, we're pretty much ready if we wanted to get on out of here. Let me just set up the local pressure is 1004 today. So let's do that. 1004 at Taoyuan. There you go. That's where we're supposed to be at. And that's synced between the two of them, I believe. Minimums, we're not setting that up just yet. What else? What else are we doing? Okay. We can do the hydraulic panel test. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do the test today. Let's just go ahead and request pushback, and then we'll get on out of here. All right. So we'll request pushback, and then we'll get on out of here. We don't need to do anything else. We don't need to do. Oh, we can set up this, which is supposed to be again. What was it supposed to be again? 34,000 feet. So let's put that in there. 34,000 feet. We go to FMS speed on this one. Nav can be pre-armed there. And there you go. Okay, we'll just leave it on nav. Nav pre-armed right there. Our heading, we can set it to runway heading here, roughly. Roughly is fine enough. There you go. We'll put it on nav. Yep, nav is armed. Okay, great. So that is done. And since all of that is done, we need to set our stabilizer after we start up the engines though. Okay, with that said, let's go ahead and get our engines up and running. But before that, time for pushback. So let's pre-plan our pushback for today. We're going to push back right here. There we go. Going to push back right here.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving.
There you go. Starting pushback, ladies and gentlemen. Starting pushback. Okay, so let the pushback start up. I think we've got everything closed up here, don't we? Yes, we do. Now, if anyone knows what this little door here is for, because I have no idea what this is. It never closes. It never closes for me, and I don't know why that is. I don't know what exactly this is for. Anyway. Okay. Let's go back in here. I'm gonna arm the ground spoilers in advance here. Actually, no, not yet. Yeah, you know what? Why not? We can put the auto brake down to take off. We can do that. Let's go up here. Let's turn on our beacon lights. We can keep our auxiliary pump there on. Okay. And then what else? What else can we do? We can start the ignition up in just a second. But we'll do that. We'll do that in a bit. Do that once we start pushing back. Beautiful. Pushback is being connected. Okay, great. All that is happening as it should. Nice and easy. Brilliant. Anybody in the chat? Nobody in the chat today. Am I missing the chats, or there's no one in the chat? I think there's no one in the chat. That sucks. That sucks. That's alright. Okay. Our nose is being raised there. Should begin pushback any second.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, release parking brake.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
May start engines. Copy. Let's go ignition B today. And with that, we're pretty much ready to start up our engines. Okay, engine number 2 to life, please. That is happening. Good. That is happening. TCAS, we need to remember our TCAS and our weather systems. We'll do that after we line up or something like that. Okay, let's flick that open. There we go. We got our engine number 2 coming to life there. Let's go towards engine number 3 now. Engine number 3, please. Okay, coming alive. Coming alive. We'll flick that open in a moment. Pushback going okay here. Okay, let's flick that open. There we go. Engine number 3 coming to life. Beautiful. Beautiful. Time for engine number 1. Let's, yeah, we can go ahead for engine number 1. Engine number 1 coming alive. Wait for that. And we'll check it out as it starts up. Okie dokie.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Setting parking brake, sir.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All right, let's arm the ground spoilers. Armed now, right? Yeah, they're armed. That's set. Let's put down our flaps. Let's do that to position number. There we go. Flaps are down, ladies and gentlemen. Flaps are down. Excellent. Excellent. That is what I like to see. Good. Good, 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 good. Okay, disconnect that. All right.
Tow is disconnected. Bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Hand signal on the left. Copy that. Let's wait for hand signal here. Wait for hand signal right here. There we go, we good? That's fine. See ya, mate. Wait for him to get back in there. Okay. Tug is driving away. Perfect. Let's come down here. Let's set our stabilizer. It's supposed to be at 6, so let's do that. Set it to 6 there. Okay, 6. So flight plan here, progress here. Okay, we need to press that. Progress there, please, and there we go. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, let's go back overhead. APU bleed to off, please. And APU itself to off as well. Taxi lights on, please. Perfect. Do we need any other light here? No, beacon lights are on already. That's off, and this is on as well. And there we go. That's pretty much it. We'll leave an ignition on for the time being, right? So we'll leave that on. APU power is still available, but it should spool down. It should spool down. Great. Okay, while that is happening, let's go ahead and turn on our weather system there. Weather, right there. Gain to automatic there. That's pretty much it. Okay, so we can go ahead and push that on. And we can increase, no, sorry, we can decrease our range here. We can increase our range here for the time being. I'll leave it there. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let's have a look at what's showing up here. DFDR off. Yes, that is. Window defog. Yeah, that's something we need to turn on now. There we go. That can go on. Anything else that's lit up here that we need to look at? No, we don't. Brilliant. Let's see. Let's now go ahead and taxi ourselves out of here. And we'll release our parking brake, and that should get us pretty much ready to go. There we go. We got the green box right there. We're ready, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready. We'll leave engines on there. Yeah. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Before we go anywhere, let me just put the parking brake back on. Before we go anywhere, let me have a look at our control surfaces. There we go. Rudder. Wait, why don't we have... Okay, I know. There we go. That's there. That's there. Good. That is fine. That is fine. Let's check if our spoilers are working today. Spoilers are green. Okay, that's fine. And they are armed as well, right? Perfect. Perfect. That being said, let's release the parking brake. Something that doesn't work with my key bindings for MD-11. Parking brake released, and we are gently rolling here, ladies and gentlemen. Gently rolling here. And we'll find ourselves at runway 23R very shortly, but we need to take off from 23L, so we'll continue on our taxi. And we'll make it there. Great. Great, everybody. Great. Okay, that's fun. That is fun. Let's let me just give it a little bit of throttle here. Oh god, I gave it a little too much throttle. Yeah, give it a little bit too much, but it's okay. We're good. We are good. What is this button for? I have no idea. Okay, we gotta make this turn, I believe. Yeah, we gotta make that turn. So let's do that. Being in an MD-11, we gotta let the aircraft go way off to the front there before we make the turn, and even then we'll be too soon. See that? That turn was too soon. So that's something that you never really get used to unless you fly this frequently and consistently, but yes. That is something peculiar with the MD-11. Open up a little bit of the throttle there. There we go. What beautiful. We've got beautiful textures here. This is the default airport. All I'm running is an airport enhancement pack, and we got some beautiful textures all around. Looks really, really good. I'm running this, I believe, on 2K max settings without any sort of super sampling or any of that stuff running. We're going towards runway 23R. Let's check that the runway is clear, which it should be. I don't have traffic. I don't have live traffic injection enabled in X-Plane 12. I need to find a way to inject live traffic into X-Plane 12, huh? But you know, in all honesty, I'm enjoying not being disturbed by the traffic. I enjoy these static traffic. I think they add some realism and stuff, but at the same time, you don't have planes crossing the runway, which makes it, I know it's not realistic, but it kind of makes it easy to fly, you know? But I am gonna look into getting some live traffic here in X-Plane 12. That should be good enough. Okay. Let's continue on our taxi here. Nobody coming in. Nope. I mean, there is no one anyway, but still. Just out of habit, we'll do that. We'll turn on our transponder here. We can put it into... You know what, we'll just go and TARA this thing for now. We won't wait till the end of the runway there. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Okay, we'll make a right-hand turn here. The left hand is just parkings there, so we'll make a right hand turn there. That's also some cargo stuff going on here. Yeah. Okay. Make that turn now. And yep. There we go. That is a little too much, but there we go. Let's open up the throttles. Gorgeous. As we taxi along, nice and easy. The ground is kind of wet, isn't it? There's a bit of moisture on the ground there. We can see that. Something I really love in X-Plane 12. Something I really love in X-Plane 12. So we're just going to continue here for the time being. And then we're going to make a right turn. Not sure where exactly, but we're going to make a right turn. Yeah, there is a right turn coming up that we'll kind of take in just a second. So somewhere here there's a right turn that we need to make. I'm not sure exactly where it comes about. I think it's this one. Yeah. Lovely. A lot of activity here. That's a little too much activity if you ask me. We're having a bit of fun though. Okay, nice and easy, relaxing taxi. Very good. Okay, we will take the right hand here, this taxiway that's coming up. We'll take it. That should take us straight towards runway 23 left for today. Across the terminal areas there. But yeah. Alrighty. Since we're traveling a bit fast, I'll ask our aircraft to turn. There we go. There's so much stuff crossing all over. Good part is they do stop for you. So that's something really cool. That is something really, really cool. Okay. We are chugging along. That building looks really cool. That building looks really, really good. Yeah, it's a good looking building there. Although the interior is not modeled, still pretty cool anyway. Still pretty cool. Is that a Hawaiian all the way here? A Hawaiian right there. It's beautiful. Hawaiian 767. It appears to be a 767 of some sort. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. These models are rarely accurate, the default ones. Okay, so we gotta make a turn here. So let's do that. Let's turn to our left here. Let's pump a little bit on the brakes and then we'll turn to the left. There we go. Alrighty, opening up the throttle. Nice and easy. Okay, at the end of this, we're going to turn right, and that should take us to runway 23 left. That should take us to runway 23 left. Nice and easy. Okay, what else do we need to do here? Right before we turn off, we just need to press that. We need to turn on our lights, and then we're ready to go pretty much. Everything else is done. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's hold short here for a second while we take care of the lights and stuff. Pump the brakes there. There we go. And let's just hold. Brake. Put that back down. There we go. Great. Let's look at what we need to do here. What did I say we need to do? Lights, and okay, let's press this once. There we go. Then we need to set our lights to take off there. We can put that, we can put that. We need to put our strobe lights on there. Logo lights can go on as well, why not? There we go. Okay, with that, we're pretty much ready to take off, and let's get on out of here. Let's get on out of here. Releasing the brake. Let's put that throttle up a little bit. And let's line up and go for it. We can't do a turn and burn here with the MD-11. I want to be a little more careful than that. So yeah. What a beautiful plane this thing is. It must have been gorgeous fresh out of the assembly line here. Obviously it's had its day. It's very weathered now, but what a beautiful aircraft. Look at how good this scene looks right here in X-Plane 12, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and turn now. It's astounding how far you need to go with this aircraft to get it to line up correctly. It's crazy, but yeah. There we go. Okay, we are ready for takeoff, ladies and gentlemen. Everything else is looking good here. I'm going to advance the throttles to, and it's automatically going to take it towards takeoff. There we go. We are go for takeoff. Okay, we are coming up. Let's go. And out of here we go. Come on. Gear up. Beautiful gear up there. Looks so good as we leave behind Taipei. Head back in there. I'm not going to climb that steeply here today. But we're looking all right. This is a beautiful aircraft to hand fly. Very, very interesting with its the way it responds to controls. That's pretty cool though. It is pretty cool though. Okay. Let's turn right here. Still hand flying. Still pretty much hand flying this thing. Okay, I'm gonna give it off to the autopilot here. Profile, auto flight. Put the flaps up now. Slowly but steadily we can put the flaps up. There we go, and there we go. Slats are also up now. Great. Ground spoilers disarmed there. If we come down here, go up here, we can turn that off as well. Our nose lights can go off. Logo lights can remain off for today. We don't really need them. Every other light can remain on there. Looking good. I forgot what our transition altitude was. I have no idea what our transition altitude is. I have no idea. We'll just go to standard after like 18,000 or something like that. I'll check. Let me check what our transition altitude is. Okay, checking transition altitude. Okay, so 11,000 feet. Okay, so we can do 11,000 feet there. Okay, for China we can use somewhere around 10,000. However, today we're going to be using around 8,800 feet in China. Okay, so 8,800 feet in China, about 11,000 here in Taiwan is what we're using as transition altitude today. So let that happen. 10,000 feet coming up. Let's turn off all those lights there. Let's turn that off. There we go, clean board. Everything else looking good. Engine ignition, we can... Well, we're technically supposed to leave it on, so I'll leave it on. Everything else looking good. Yep, autopilot doing its job. Let's increase the range there, increase the range here as well. There we go. Everything looking up to par. Yeah, that's just a stabilizer. It happens, not a problem. Beautiful scene as we leave behind Taiwan and Taipei, ladies and gentlemen. Look at how good that looks. I need to change that. Come on. How did it become like this? That's because of the movement that the view became like this. We can correct that. There we go. Beautiful. Just gorgeous, that's all I can say. Look at that. It's beautiful, huh? I forgot to put back XP Realistic. I need to do that, man. I forgot to put it back in. But we are looking fantastic. We're looking absolutely gorgeous as we fly out here. It's really, really good. Look at that. Let's see how cinematic looks like today. Oh, that's better. Ooh, that is gorgeous. Cinematic is looking good. Cinematic is looking good. Let's have a look at some cinematics here. We're climbing on towards our cruising altitude of 34,000 feet. Looking absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful plane, this thing. I've come to really like it. Never been a big fan of trijets, but I think this one has changed that around. Now I'm looking at purchasing the next trijet in Microsoft Flight Sim, as a matter of fact, the 727 by Flight Sim Studio. So this one has turned me around on trijets. Okay. Alright, our top of climb is right there, flight level 340, and our top of descent is just there as well. It's not too far away at all today. If we come to this one right here, if we go to the next page, what? Where's our top of descent? I saw the top of descent. Where is it? Progress page. Hello? Thought I saw the top of descent. Can't see it. Where is top of descent? I always have a problem locating top of descent. I don't know where it is. But in either case, we can check it right here, and it's not too far away. It's roughly about 80, right? 80 nautical miles away. Once we reach our top of climb, it's just 80 nautical miles away, and then from there, yeah, within no time, we're gonna be there in no time today. Quite a short flight. Let's see what SimBrief says as estimated flight time today. What is that? Flight time today is only estimated at 42 minutes. Flight time estimated at 42 minutes. So that's interesting. Cool. All right. Let me see. What else can we look at here? There's literally nothing else going on here, huh? Yeah, there's nothing else going on here. So I was thinking of adding a segment to my channel where I do another one of my passions, so to speak, which is spicy food. I was planning on getting into that in the channel. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I was thinking of how do I put this thing back on? There you go. I was thinking of doing some spicy challenges while we fly, wait for top of descent, you know. I can make it interesting there. But yeah, pretty cool. It's a pretty cool aircraft. It really is. Oh, this is not modeled, but it is a pretty cool aircraft. What is this? Oh, you can move your headrest? Good lord, I did not know that. I did not know you could do that. That is crazy. Oh wow. I had no idea you could do this. That is crazy.
Altitude.
That's cool. Did not know you could do that. Can you put the seats up and down? I think you can, can't you? I have no idea. Okay, there we go. We're reaching our cruising altitude. 34,000 feet, and there we go. Just 80 nautical miles, more or less, towards our top of descent. And yeah, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Why is it taking a long time to reach 34? Why won't it hit 34? It's just holding, it's just teasing ourselves at 34. That's interesting. I think it will do it. I think it's gonna do it. Great. Let's have a look outside once more. Let's take a look outside. We'll go to some cinematics. And yeah, but why isn't it hitting 34? Is it having trouble holding 34? Let's have a look outside. Yeah, the angle of attack is pretty high, but it's not that high. We should have any trouble hitting 34, right? I think we're okay. Yeah, I think we're okay. The top of descent keeps going forward because of this. That's not good. That is not good. We need our top of descent to stop moving, because we're technically already reached our cruising altitude. You know what? Let me just go down towards 33,000. Profile. Okay, we'll hold that. You know, the second I mess with this, the top of descent also gets messed up. That's something that I hate about this aircraft. It tends to happen. It tends to happen. But anyway, let's see. Let's just go down towards 33,000 feet. Maybe that's easier for the aircraft to hold, hopefully. Okay, there we go. Alright, I wonder where top of descent is going to come up now. What is our final altitude? Let's have a look at our final altitude for today. Oh, we also need to set up our navigation radios. Final altitude for today is... What the hell? Okay, runway 23 here. 2625. So 2,600 feet is our final altitude. We'll set that in. 2600, right? So we'll do that somewhere here. We'll set 2600, okay? That is fine, 2600. We also need to set up our nav radio. We can do that right away. We don't need to really wait. Nav radio for today. What is it coming into Xiamen? So let me go find out. ILS approach into runway 23 is the one that we're using today. Let's have a look. It is IKK or 109.70. Okay. So 109.70, 63 nautical miles away. That's the one. There we go. Course at 234. Let me just confirm that, just to make sure that we have the right one there. Course at 234 is correct. Yeah. That is pretty much it. That's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's okay. I think that's correct. Yep, that's pretty much correct. Okie dokie. There we go. Shouldn't be too difficult. Should not be too difficult. There you go. Perfect. Alrighty. Coming back to our flight plan here. What? No, not standby. Please come here. Flight plan, please. Okay, that seems okay. Seems okay for the time being. When we reach somewhere here, we need to start descending. Yeah, we need to start descending in very, very soon. We need to start descending. So we'll do that. We'll do that when that... Yeah, we'll do that there. It's not a problem. It is not a problem. Profile. Okay. Cool. What is the altitude we selected again? It was 2,600? Yeah, 2,600 is where we need to go down towards. So it's a little too soon for that, but I'll go down towards 28,000 first. Okay. So 2,600. We're supposed to be 10,259 or something like that over here. That's fine. We'll make it. That is not too terrible, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Going down towards 28,000. Looking good. This aircraft, if I mess with the initial altitude, I don't know how to get it back up. I don't really understand the buttons on this just yet completely, so I mess up a little bit sometimes, but that's okay. That's okay. If I press this, it's gonna hold it. If I press that, it's in my control. If I press that, it's supposed to be automatically profiling, so I don't know. Okay, 22,900 at Tebon or whatever it's supposed to be at. So, okay. I don't know how to make this thing automatically do it. Once I mess it up, I don't know how to go back towards it. It's funny, but okay. Profile doesn't work. If I do that, profile doesn't work. If I do this, profile doesn't work. I have no idea. I have no idea how this thing actually works. Look at that, it's holding the current altitude at the moment. This means I'm in control. So I have no idea. If I press profile, it says hold it, right? I'm gonna go down to its 2600 under profile. Let me see what it does. Let's see what it does. 2600 profile though. Yeah, profile to 2600. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. Okay, I think we're okay now. Yeah, I think we're okay. Skies are looking beautiful. Let's have a bit more of cinematic as we descend down here. Oh, you know what? Before we go to our cinematic modes here, let me set the landing auto brake to minimum. Yeah, I'll set that to minimum. I'll arm our brakes there. That's fine. Now we can go do some cinematic stuff. Beautiful. Can't see our aircraft from the ground today. Okay. Look at how beautiful that looks beneath us. That looks absolutely gorgeous as we come on to mainland China here. It's looking beautiful. Let's have a look at it. Look at that. That is beautiful. Let's come into the cockpit here, see what's going on here. Still descending, trying to make 10,250 knots at Tebon. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. Tebon was supposed to be 250 knots, but FMC shows us 274. That's a little too high, huh? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna help it out a little bit. Let's engage that. Let's engage that speed brake. Yeah, that really did help the speed. You know what? Let me go ahead and put that speed brake down. Just to see if the autopilot is able to catch up with our speed. Okay, we'll go ahead and decrease the range here. There we go. Supposed to follow profile. It's not exactly following the profile at the moment, is it? I don't think so. What's the aircraft doing now? What is it doing now? Okay, I'm gonna let it continue this descent, but we're too high here. We're too high and too fast. I don't know why this is not being taken care of. I don't know why it's not being taken care of. Come on, we need to slow down. The speed is not being managed right now. There we go, now it is. But why is it so high? We need to slow down. Yeah, look at that. We're not... No, that's not good. That is not good. I don't know what the aircraft is doing now. That is not good. We're going too fast, too high at the moment. Let me go down to the FMC there. Takeoff approach. We're landing at 50. So that is done. Okay, that's all set up. We're supposed to go to VRAF of 152. V approach of 157. And I don't know why that's not being done. I don't understand why. Okay, I think it's being done now. Let's have a look. Yeah, okay, it's... I think, yeah, okay, fine.
Stabilizer motion.
Yeah, the aircraft is trying to catch up to that. Speed is still too high. Speed is still too high. Let's see what it does. FMS speed. Come on, descend, mate. Descend. You gotta descend. You've got to descend. Beautiful scenes as we fly over China. Gorgeous stuff. Yeah, that global forest doing its thing right there. Populating the hills there with trees. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's head back in the cockpit here, see what's going on. Speed has dropped. Speed is dropping, which is fantastic news for us. And we are making some turns here. We are making some turns here, ladies and gentlemen. as we're coming to Xiamen in China, east coast of China. It looks beautiful though. It does look beautiful, doesn't it? Alrighty. That is our missed approach, if I'm not completely mistaken. That is our missed approach procedure right there that we can see. Let me confirm that. Yes, it is. IKK79 is right here. That is our missed approach procedure. Good. Good. 8,000. Okay, we need to go towards... Oh, we didn't switch to standard, did we? I forgot to switch barometric pressure to standard. Okay, our pressure in Xiamen for today is 1004, which is exactly the same as what it is in Taiwan. So we don't need to do anything with the local pressure. We do need to put on our landing lights though. So that can go on. Passenger seating. There we go. We can put our nose lights down once the gear is down. But for now, we're good. Everything else looks pretty much ready for landing for the time being. We can put our slats down, but we'll wait a little bit for the speed to bleed off, and then we'll put our... There we go, 216. We're going down towards 216. Okay. We have to go in there and put down our slats at least, but let's just have a look at this flyby view here. Gorgeous aircraft as we come in to land into Xiamen. So once that's done, we'll go ahead and put down our flaps, our gear, all that good stuff. Landing lights already extended out. All right. All right. Great. We need to put our flaps down now. We're a little late to that party, but still. There you go. There we go. Much better. $6,400 feet. Looking good. We don't need to do much here. Not a single person in chat today, huh? Intéressant. But anyway, continue on here as we come into a very nice descent. As usual with the MD-11, it's going to be a fast landing at 152 knots probably. This is a fast landing. Yeah, but it's fun to land. It's fun to land this thing. Fun to fly. It's still at flaps 19. We got 5 point something. Obviously we're flying away from the ILS beacon at the moment, the localizer beacon at the moment, so it's showing as DME increasing at the moment. We'll turn back in. Let's decrease that range. Let's decrease that range. There we go. What is our speed still at? 200 and something. Okay. Looking good. As soon as we make that turn, we can go to localizer. We can catch the localizer glide slope by pressing this button right here. So we'll do that in just a bit. As we after we make the turn, though. For now, let's just enjoy passing through these gorgeous clouds now in X-Plane 12. As we make the turn, we'll go to the other side, check out some views and all that stuff. Let's go to it cinematic. There you go. Flying through the clouds there on the other side. Let's see what's on the other side. We have a bit more visibility there. Very, very cool. Take a look as we make this turn. Can't see much there. We haven't been able to see ourselves from the ground not once today. That is gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, let me head back into the cockpit now. And yeah, we got one more turn to make, and then we'll let's put our flaps down here. Okay, we'll go down to its flaps. Okay, we can't go down to its 35 without the gear, actually. So we need to wait for that.
Stabilizer motion.
Okay, we'll be able to make a turn very, very soon. Foggy here. I wonder how it's gonna be. Let's set our barometric minimums right now. It's at 200? Yeah, I'm leaving it at 200. I think 200 might be a little too much. No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Let's see. Whoa, altitude? Oh, 1,000 feet to go. Oh, yeah.
Stabilizer motion.
Making that turn right there, and we can go on with our approach. Can turn these on.
Stabilizer motion.
Approach and landing armed there. Very, very good.
Stabilizer motion.
Okay, runway is right there. Runway is right there. Okay, we need to drop our gear here. There we go, dropping gear and flaps at the same time. Flaps to landing. There we go. Look at how beautiful that is, huh? Let's go inside. Let's put that to land.
Stabilizer motion.
Good, good, good. Flaps down to max. Landing. Yes, sir. Everything else set up pretty much the way we want it to. Yes. Good, good. There we go. Okay. Let's see how we do with... We're on the localizer now. We're just waiting for the glide slope, which should come about any second. And then we'll be in. Gorgeous. The tiles are blurry here today. The ortho tiles are blurry. I need to take a look into getting map replacement, and I think I need to go pro with a map replacement because these ortho tiles are always blurry and I don't like them. I don't like how blurry these ortho tiles are. I gotta check them. I gotta check them. Okay. We're definitely on the glide slope now, coming down to land, but I don't see... Oh, the runway is on the airport is actually on a little island by itself. Yeah, there we go. Okay, 2,000 feet. Look at that. Goodness me, that is a good looking aircraft, isn't it? That is a gorgeous looking aircraft. I need to take a screenshot of that. Excuse me while I do that. There we go. One more of those won't do harm. There we go. That is a beautiful, beautiful looking aircraft. Another screenshot right there. Okay, promise that was the last one. We need to pay attention to our landing now. You head back into the cockpit there. Coming up on 1,500 feet. Yeah, I don't like these blurry tiles that Auto Ortho gives. So I might look into buying the Pro map replacement, which has really good textures apparently. So I wanna try that instead of these blurry Auto Ortho tiles. Yeah, I think that's gonna improve everything for me. Okay, I'll try that. I shall try that. Anyway, we can see the airport ahead of us, runway ahead of us as well. So that's pretty cool. There we go. What a lovely bridge there. What a lovely bridge. That is long, man. Damn. Chinese really know what they're doing. Anyway. 1,000 feet. I think I should take control now. So my aircraft in just...
Autopilot.
Autopilot off. Oh my god. Get out of my way. Get out of my way.
Autopilot.
Okay.
Autopilot.
Okay, my aircraft. There we go. I have control. Got a bit of wind, huh?
500.
We definitely have a bit of wind there.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
Don't worry about the glide slope, mate. I got it. I got
Glide
it.
slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
Oof.
Glide slope.
Maybe today I don't have
Glide
it.
slope.
Let's find out.
Glide slope.
Ooh, it's very shaky today. Why am I having a tough time controlling this today? Having very hard time controlling this today.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Okay. That was something else. Had a very hard time controlling it. Had a very hard time controlling the aircraft for some reason. But there we go. I can turn off right here actually. There we go. Welcome to Xiamen, China, ladies and gentlemen, and that was a very interesting landing. Very difficult to control the aircraft there. Let me just stop here for a second. Okay. I'll stop here for a second there. Let me put on the parking brake just a second. Put that out. Put that off there. Put the flaps up. Put that to taxi. Put that off. Put those off completely. There we go. Let's also go ahead and start our APU as well, huh? I'll start my APU. Let's make sure the APU is started. Yep, APU starting up. Okay, release parking brake, and I gotta go find myself a nice little parking here into Xiamen, China. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Luckily, we just need to run along this direction, and we'll come into the cargo ramps very, very soon. Okay, let's go ahead and give ourselves a bit of throttle there. All right, we'll take a look at the landing replay as well. That wasn't a very good landing at all. I had a very hard time controlling the aircraft. I need to tweak my sensitivity. Yes, I do. I need to tweak my joystick input curve because there isn't enough. I find myself going to the extremes of the joystick just to correct a little bit of a tilt, so I need to do that correctly. So I need to set up my control sensitivity here differently for the MD-11. I need to definitely change it for the Citation X, so that's something I need to do for sure. The controls are too sensitive at the moment for effective control. But anyway, we'll have a look at how we did in the landing. It wasn't the best at all, so we'll see. We'll see. My MD-11 landings are getting worse rather than better. My first two landings with the MD-11, which I'm going to post as shorts, by the way, so just so you guys know, I'm not making that up. I'll post those two as shorts because I do have them recorded. Just the landings, my first two landings, they were absolutely brilliant. And from then on, it has just been downhill for some reason. I mean, admittedly, I have been flying into slightly worse weather and stuff. But still, it shouldn't be this bad. Shouldn't be this bad. Okay, let's go ahead and park ourselves in one of these cargo ramps if there's any available. Good lord, they're all really occupied at the moment. What do I do here? Okay, I'm gonna have to take this turn anyway, and then yeah, they're all occupied. All the cargo ramps are occupied. So what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do here, ladies and gentlemen? What are we gonna do here? Okie dokie. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can park myself somewhere here by any chance. If I follow that, can I find myself into a parking there? I don't think so. I don't think so. You know what? Let me just see. Let me see. Let me see if it's possible. Those are the 3 cargo ramps that are available here. The rest of them are on the other side. The rest of the cargo ramps are on the other side. And I'm not going to the other side right now. So yeah. Oh, well, I could actually. Funnily enough, I could just taxi along here and I'll reach them. Yep, we could do that. Not a problem. Let's taxi along there. And we'll reach that. Okay, let's go this way and we'll find ourselves into a cargo ramp. At the end, somewhere there's a cargo ramp. So it's gonna be a while, but we'll find it. We'll find it soon enough. There we go. It's a beautiful airport, this one, huh? This airport enhancement pack is doing a really good job. It's doing a really, really good job. It's incredible. It is really incredible. Airport enhancement pack is really, really good. What is all of this takeoff? Good lord. How do I put this down? There you go. Okie dokie, APU power is available. We can switch to APU power if we want to. And it doesn't really matter anymore. We're just waiting to do that landing replay. As soon as we find ourselves into one of these cargo rams, we'll be good. And it's not that far away. Somewhere there should be a cargo ram right there. Those are cargo planes right there. There we go. Okay. And we'll have that landing replay once we park. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I can see the cargo planes right there. Beautiful. It's a lovely airport, this one. I mean, all the airports in X-Plane 12 are just really, really good. So I love that. I really, really love that. Especially with the enhancement pack running here, the airports just look really cool. Is that a CRJ? I'm not sure. really cool. Okay, coming up quickly on the cargo rams here. Yeah, again, most of these are taken. I don't understand. Most of these are taken. Pretty much all of them are taken, actually. Can I find myself... The large one's already taken. Good lord. How long do the cargo rams go for? Okay, the cargo rams do go till the end, so... Oh no, I veered off the taxiway there, my bad. Let's go back into the taxiway here. Most of the large ones are taken, and that's not good. There's a large one here that's not taken, actually. Actually, a tiny aircraft is parked in a large... Oh, come on. Is that a Vision jet in a cargo ramp? What the hell? Alright. Let's see. These are all tiny ramps. Doesn't really matter if we can fit in there. We're gonna put it in. We're gonna put it in. And there's this one here. There's enough space in between. We could try this. Should we try this? Should we try and get ourselves in here? Yeah, there's enough space. Yep, there's enough space. Okay, here we go. Yep, it's a large cargo area. So let's go ahead and put that in. There we go. Nice and easy now. There we go. And we can park ourselves like so. Perfection. We can go outside since we don't have a marshaller with us. We can go outside to tune it in right there. And there we go. Very nice. Ooh, that wing clearance is terrible. There is not enough wing clearance there. Nope, that is not good. But anyway, whatever. It's a little bit more. Let's go ahead and put our parking brake down there. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We can shut down our engines as well. Got if we come up here, we can run the APU bleed on, APU power on there as well. Beacon lights, good lord. Oh, it's on now. Beacon lights off, that is off, that is off, that can remain on. All of that can go to off, that can go to off, that can go to off, that can go to off. That's already off, that's great. We can turn all of that off there. What else? What else? What else do we got? What else do we have? We can turn on, we can turn off our APU as well if we wanted to. Everything is stowed correctly, that is right. Everything is right. Good, good, good. Given all of that, we can actually go ahead and disconnect the APU power as well. Turn off APU. Come on, turn off the APU. Oh, good lord. Okay, let me just come down here. Request that. Let's go up there. I'll say...
Autopilot.
Turn off the APU, man. God damn it. Why is the APU not turning off? Ah, there. That's why. Packs off. External power off. There we go. Everything pretty much off now, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. We can go ahead and do that. Welcome to China, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Look at that. We have made it out, and let's now go ahead and do the most important thing, that is landing replay. So let's do that right away. Let's see how it looks like. We can have a cinematic on our landing replay. Why not? Okay, let's do that. There we go. Give me a second here. Let me just take care of something. 100 done. Okay, that's much better. do you mean start new flight? We're not starting anything. Just go back. Escape. There we go. Great. So let's begin our replay. Let's begin our replay. Just giving it a bit of time in the beginning for replay to hook properly. And once, okay, now is the break or make move. Okay, let's see what happens. It needs to move, and there we go. All right, now we can slide freely and we'll be all good. Okay, somewhere there. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that landing wasn't very good. Okay, let's have a look. Why are the brakes deployed? Okay, the brakes haven't hooked properly. So yeah, the brakes show as deployed, but obviously they weren't deployed. Yeah, there we go. Now they're coming back to the correct position. Okay, let's have a look at that landing. Good lord. Oh, not too terrible. But off to the side, way off to the side there. Way off to the side there, but not too terrible, huh? Okay. Cool. Let's have a look at it one more time. We'll have a couple of looks at it, obviously. So have a look at it from the water right there. Let's see how we did from this view. Yeah, the speed brakes are not exactly functioning properly in the landing replay. That's okay. There we go. Touchdown, and oh my god, look at that. Yeah, that is way off to the side. I don't know what that was, but yeah. Not the best landing. But we're here. Let's have a couple more replays there. Have a look at a couple more replays. Number 4. Let's go back. Let's play that. Yeah, I should have used the rudder. I didn't put, I completely forgot about using the rudder there. Yeah, we touched down like that. And there we go. Pretty cool. It didn't look as rough as it felt from the inside while on the external view, so I'm not really complaining, but look at that. And the textures on that runway, my god, this thing looks so good. There we go. Let's take a look at it from another view. Let's take a look at it from another view. How about this one? Yeah, let's try that. Oh, speed brakes are hooking properly now. It's good. All right. Yeah, we can see that the wing flex wasn't that heavy on landing, so it's mostly the camera in XP Realistic, other than it actually being a hard landing. So that's pretty cool, though. Lovely, though. Way off to the side. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that. But yeah, I need to work on my control sensitivity here because it is not good at all. Anyway, let's go back. I had the same issue with the Cessna Citation, control sensitivity. I need to tune my controller, but unfortunately, I don't know how to tune my controller properly in X-Plane. Okay, there we go. I don't think it's too difficult, so I'm going to have a look at that, but yeah. Another wing view landing here, and then we'll go in and check out some flybys and cinematic modes, stuff like that. Anyway. All right.
Very good. Let's try that again. This time we shall use somewhere there, please. Okay, let's try that. Okay. All right. Let's try this one. We need to try that again. Okay, there we go. See how it goes. Yeah. So yeah, we're clearly very much off to the side there, huh? Okay. Not too terrible though. Let's try my last and favorite view right there. Yeah. A bunch of rudder inputs would have corrected this. Let's go back here. Let's play that again. Oh, that's so cool. That is so good. Alrighty. Alrighty. That being said, I think we had a bit of fun today. That was pretty enjoyable for me. I hope you guys had a good time as well. I quit the... Yeah, I think I'll leave it here for today. We've already shut down our aircraft in cold and dark. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that. Because I had a good time flying today. Everybody who watched, thank you so much for tuning into my stream. Consider liking if you enjoyed that. Consider subscribing to the channel. And I shall catch you in the next stream. The next stream, which is either going to be the Phoenix A320, A321, A319 stuff, or it's going to be the A380 or the P38. So I got three options for the next stream, but we're gonna go back to MSFS for a bit, and then we're gonna jump back into X-Plane after that once I get a little bit comfortable with the new X-Crafts E-Jet, which I've bought in X-Plane there. So yeah, let's see how that goes for me. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I shall leave it here for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope to catch you in the next stream. And yeah, see you soon. Bye bye.